You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980. My name is Les Brown. I'm Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. I'm a motivational speaker. Been doing that for years. You can check me out on YouTube. You'll see me in my element there. But I don't do that as much as I used to do that. In fact, I'm reinventing myself. In fact, that's only 1% of my life. This is 100% of my life, or rather 99% of my life, because I do speak on the weekend. And I'm your host Monday through Friday from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. And you know why? Because I enjoy it. It gives me a chance not to go on a stage and grab a microphone and speak for an hour and then leave, but I get a chance to talk with you and to hear you talk and tell me your story about the topics that we discuss that hopefully that you will find some interest in. And so we invite you to call in and join us in conversation, positive conversations. We don't talk about controversial things. We don't talk about politics. We just talk about you. And my goal and objective with this program, which is positive radio, it's a different kind of energy here. I believe we can change the planet by, number one, by transforming mindset. Be ye not conformed to this world, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Number two, expanding skill sets. There's no shortage of opportunity, just a shortage of capacity. And three, creating communities of achievement-driven accountability partners. I believe we can create communities of greatness with positive programming, and this is what this program is all about. And so I want you to call. Here's what we're talking about today. Let me share this with you. Some mentors. Who are the mentors and people you've learned from, and what are some of those things you've learned from? And that's what this program is about, because there are things that you can share that can stretch and begin to expand the possibilities for people in terms of their mindsets about what's possible for their lives just with your story. Listen to this. Success comes from many different places to many different people, but there is one thing about success, and that is we all know that success leaves clues. So imagine growing up in the projects of Brooklyn and becoming a multi-millionaire with a booming business and a beautiful pop star wife. Now, that's the story behind Sean Corey Carter, also known as Jay-Z. In Zach O'Malley's Greenberg's book, Empire State of Mind, how Jay-Z went from street corner to the corner office. I like that. How he went from street corner to the corner office. It details one incident in which Jay-Z became successful through failure. In the early 90s, Jay-Z noticed that many of his fans were wearing clothing from Iceberg Apparel after he sang about it in one of his songs. So Jay-Z went to Iceberg for an endorsement deal, and Iceberg turned him down. And that's when he figured that he didn't need Iceberg and started his own clothing line, Rocco Wear. Now, Jay-Z continued with many ventures, and he's famously said, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman." So CareerBuilder.com took a look at the book detailing Jay-Z's career and came out with several tips to learn from. Among those things, he said, find something that you're passionate about and make it a part of your life. Jay-Z not only loves music, but he loves basketball, and he's part owner of the New Jersey Nets. That's a good idea. That's a good suggestion. A friend of mine, Carol Briggs from Chicago, she came to L.A. this past weekend to be mentored and coached by me and teaching her how to take her passion for kids and use her skills now to teach parents how to begin to develop their kids' mindsets and teach them how to develop academic achievement in their kids. She still loves working with kids, but she said, I'm tired of the politics in the Chicago school district, and so I want to do something else with my skills. I've been doing this long enough that way. Now I want to control my own destiny. She still loves children, but now she's using her education and her knowledge in a different arena. Another thing that Jay-Z said, he says, market yourself. Jay-Z has taken various parts of his empire and he uses it as promotion. He branded a bus with the image of a sneaker he designed for Reebok and have the basketball team tour in it. And all the while they were blaring his music, and then they would have a party at a club that he owned in New York. So you got to do cross marketing and all of those kinds of things. What are the things that you're passionate about that you can take a page from his book? And we're going to share some other principles, but what are some things that you've learned, that you've watched, that you've seen, that you've had some mentors that taught you, and you're leveraging that right now and doing what you love to do, you're taking your life to another level. One of the things that my mentor taught me, Mr. Leroy Washington, who taught me, Mr. Brown, yes, sir, someone's opinion of you, young man, does not have to become your reality. When I was in school, I was labeled educable, mentally retarded. Put back from the 5th grade to the 4th grade, failed again when I was in the 8th grade. I met him my junior year in high school, still in special education, but when he spoke those words, he changed my life, and I followed him around everywhere. Being raised in a single family household, being adopted, he became like a surrogate father for me. And he said to me, Les Brown, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Invest in yourself. I say to you, as you're looking at yourself, looking at the future, looking at your goals and your dreams, invest in yourself. I saw an interview on CNN with Warren Buffett, and the interview asked him, what's the most important investment a person can make today? And I'm sure that guy thought Warren Buffett would say the real estate market, or he would say the stock market. But Warren Buffett said, invest in yourself. Next thing Mr. Washington said, he said, Mr. Brown, he said, you got to believe in yourself. He said, let me tell you something. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. And he said, develop your communication skills, young man. He said, because once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. Well, those are just some of the things I learned. We're going to share some others during this hour, but I want to hear from you. What are some of the tips that you have learned over the years that you've used those, and now they are taking your life to a whole new level? I was talking to a gentleman in the last hour named Ed. As he was speaking, I said, this man, he has such an inspiring voice. He has learned things. He has a gift of working with animals, but he's just a passionate guy. And when he spoke, I can feel him in my heart. What is it that when you do it, that folks can look at you and know that's you, that's your gift? There's been said in my favorite book, your gift will make room for you. I want you to call and share with me, what are some of the things you have learned from your mentor, or people that you have watched, people that you've studied, that has driven your life, has brought you to this place where you are and still active in your life right now? The number to call is 888-539-2980. That's 888-539-2980. Now, let me share something else. I want you to call me right now. Here's another thought. You know what else I learned? And Mike Williams, my mentor, he taught me this. Make your move before you're ready. See, a lot of people say, when I get all my bills paid, when the kids go off to college, when I get all my ducks lined up in a row, let me tell you something. Make your move before you are ready. Why? Because things will never be ideal. There will always be something to encourage you to procrastinate. I didn't do what I'm doing now because I didn't have a college education. Well, I still don't. And so for 14 years, I was on the sidelines. I disqualified myself. Make your move before you're ready. Leap and grow your wings on the way down. I love that. Yes, indeed. That's what life is about. You've got to be willing to take some chances. You've got to become a risk taker. I want to know, what have you done? What are some of the things that you have learned, that you've been putting those things to practice, and you've applied these things, and you say, Les, let me tell you something. This works. I know, because I've been there, done that, bought that T-shirt. The number to call is 888-539-2980. That's 888-539-2980. Got some more good ones for you, too. Get some pencil out. Get pencil and paper out. This is going to be life transformative for you. Let the record show. You got a dream. You got a goal. You stuck. Trust me on this. If you've had some defeats and setbacks, don't worry, because another thing that I learned from Mike Williams, you will fail your way to success. Absolutely. You will fail your way to success. It's just a temporary setback. Willie Jolly said a setback is a setup for a comeback. You've got comeback power. The number to call me. Let's talk about this. What are the clues that you've learned, some success principles that you're using right now in your life? The number to call is 888-539-2980. While everybody else is focused on the problems of the world, we're going to focus on the solutions, because whatever you focus on the longest becomes the strongest. The number to call is 888